international speaker. She is
Very
from
near to
Singapore.
Singapore only.
She is from Singapore, and she is a bit nervous, but don't worry, Janet. Please relax, relax, and share your story. Janet is now 682, and she wants to share a story, a wonderful story about how a homemaker like her is able to do this business as a global distributor now. And let's give Janet a big round of applause to encourage her, to give her confidence, more confidence to share, more joy to share. Come, let's give her a big round of applause, our traditional round of applause. Thank you, Janet. You're
Okay.
on.
Thank
You
you,
can
Michael.
begin to
Thank
share
you.
whatever you want on the relax, relax and share your story. Janet is now 682, and she wants to share a story, a wonderful story about how a homemaker like her is able to do this business as a global distributor now. And let's give Janet a big round of applause to encourage her, to give her confidence, more confidence to share, more joy to share. Come, let's give her a big round of applause, our traditional round of applause. Thank you, Janet. You're on.
Thank
You
you,
can
Michael.
begin to share whatever you want on the relax, relax and share your story. Janet is now 682, and she wants to share a story.
How come I got a double voice? I got it from Facebook.
Yeah,
Someone
it's
said
okay
no.
now. It's okay now. Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay, scare me, 7 months just over. Okay, a very good morning to all of you. I'm Janet from Singapore. Internationally, yes, but we are very near to Malaysia. I want to thank Sam for inviting me. You know, when Sam asks you to come and do some sharing, you cannot say no. Yes, I'm pretty nervous because it's very strange. Usually, I'm the one who interview the leaders in the Kangan family, but today is the other way around. So I need to get used to it. Okay. Hi, Michael. Actually, I'm a fan of Michael.
Relax.
Yeah, he doesn't know that because I've met him only once in Malaysia, but we hardly really chat. I say I'm a fan because sometimes I come to this Zoom, I realize that Michael is so cool, so calm, and so zen. You agree? Yeah, sometimes we need a MC like him. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
as Michael mentioned, I'm a homemaker. I will just share screen now so that I can tell you my journey and my story. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, yes, very clear, Janet.
Michael, can you see my screen?
Yes, very clear. You can begin. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm a 682. I have been in Kangen for almost 10 years, first as a user. Well, how do I begin my story? Okay, what happened is I didn't come into Inajik as straight away, like looking for a business or do a business. We have a family crisis. I have two daughters. Some of you know that. Natalie, she was about 9, 10 years old. That is almost 10 years ago, yeah, time flies. She was diagnosed with a very rare autoimmune disease. We have a few doctors here, I understand. We have Dr. Vivek. He would have understand most of the terms that I'm going to use. She has a disease called juvenile dermatomyositis. In short, it's called JDM. To tell you briefly, this is a very serious, a very rare disease. 3 in 1 million kids in the US have this. So it is so rare that medically, they haven't really found a cure. There's no cure. In the layman terms, basically, she lost all her strength from head to toe. And then she had some skin rash, but that's not the scary part. The scary part was internally, she lost all her strength. So she could not do a lot of things in a space of just a few months. You can see here a picture of a box of her medication. Can you see?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So this was what was given to her. And I still remember at the Children's Hospital in Singapore, the day she was discharged, the guy who was at the pharmacist told me this, whoever this child is, I feel so sorry for her. At that point, I didn't understand that statement, you know. I mean, I'm someone who didn't really believe in medication and drugs all the years, but to have her take all this is Monday to Sunday. Every week we will just replenish You can see it is very scary because there are steroid, there are cancer drugs involved, though it is not cancer, but a very rare autoimmune disease. So when she started this, the side effect just appeared badly within weeks and even like the initial 1-2 months. And I have no solution. I couldn't find a natural path for it, like a natural therapy for it. And 6-7 months later, my brother-in-law, Andrew, some of you know him, introduced the water to us. But you won't believe this. The first time I heard about the price of the machine, I said to my husband, don't listen to him. This is crazy. This is Singapore. We don't need such a machine. We drink from the tap water. We are very proud of our tap water being clean, right? So-called clean. At that time, of course, I won't understand the difference in water. So my husband say, it's okay. We have no choice. We have a crisis. We'll just try it. I said, okay, if you want to try it, we'll try it. I mean, being a Singaporean, I still find the machine very costly. But of course, now if you ask me, I would not say it is expensive. It's worth every cent because it saved my daughter's life. So for some of you who understand medical terms, a CK test and the LDH test is basically a test of her muscle. When she was struck with the disease, it was in 1,000 range. That's why she lost all her strength. So for us, normal people, we should always be under 100, like a CK test. That's a common test for muscle, for your strength. So what I did was I cheated the doctor. I know it's very scary, but a lot of friends prayed for her. She got much better, and I cheated the doctor, as in I cut her drugs on my own accord. So when he found out, he was very angry at me, but I told him it's okay, it's our responsibility. And then we started Kangen water. So we bought our machine in 2011. As you can see from 2011, we started her on Kangen water, just Kangen water for the next 2 years. And when we go back to the hospital each time for blood tests, she got fantastic result. So you can see the readings have dropped tremendously. And then the doctor told me, okay, instead of 3 years, I'm not going to see her anymore. She's fine. And if she has a relapse, you have to come back yourself. I said, sure. So it has been this way. She has been good. She has been healthy. She's 19 years old now. So this is my experience with Kangen water for my daughter's case. And then we started the journey. We were all having our own job. My husband and I, we have our own job. I was always in the administration, in the admin side, but I was working from home most of the years part-time because of the kids. So I'm sort of considered like a homemaker, right? Sam asked me to share about my global business experience because I know he saw me many times traveling in a few conventions and meetings. And yes, I'm glad to share with you. And for many of us here, I can see we have quite a lot of ladies today. Yeah, this business is for everyone. It's not just for guys. Some friends have said this, actually the ladies are very good in network marketing because they can talk a lot, right? Yes and no. I've also seen ladies who can talk a lot, but when you ask them to share about Kangen or do a demo, they say, no, I can't talk. Actually, all of us can, okay? Whether you're a lady or a guy. So I'd like to share how we got into this business. We gave up our job after we realized that this is a network marketing business. Firstly, we did, when we had the machine, we shared with friends. We bought it from Hong Kong office. Singapore, we don't have an office that time. And then we understand that it is a business. When we share with friends the water, a lot of them had very, very positive reaction. They had very good reaction to Kangen water and they like it. So they bought it. And within a few months, we sold quite a lot of machine. And then I told my husband, I think I can do this because I'd rather do this than to work part-time, reporting to a boss. So that's how we started the business. We didn't go global, of course, from day one. That's why we learned from a lot of training here, we have to start locally. We just don't go global like that. I know some of us, we got very excited when we joined this business. We said, you know what we do? I have a lot of team members who do this, Janet, I have a friend in USA, I have a friend in China, I have a friend in India. Can you help me, blah, blah, blah. But actually, they have not even learned how to fill up the local forms. So if you have not learned the basic, it's very tough for you to go overseas, right? So it took us quite a while. I like to share this slide. It's very interesting. I like to say that you never know who you meet. I believe a lot of us are distributors here already, and whether you're new or you're many years in the business, sometimes when we meet someone, a prospect, we like to judge, right? Prejudge. We'll say, oh, she looks like someone who can really sell, but in the end, maybe not. Or someone whom you think will not be in the business, but became someone very active for you. And that is really a bonus. So I'd like to show you a lady here. Her name is Margaret, this lady in black and white stripe. Margaret, she don't really speak English. When she joined my team, she speaks mostly Mandarin. And one day she told me, I'd like to introduce this water to my friend Veron. Veron speaks English, this lady in white. You see how, of course, for the first thought, I don't think Margaret can be a builder, right? But she's already a 6A. What happened is Veron has a relative in the Philippines. And then she said, do you guys like to go to Philippines and maybe share this water to my cousin, Maji? So we did that. My husband went to Philippines, Cebu, and then we shared with Maji. And that's where the whole business started for us in the Philippines. Will I ever think that I will have a international global business? Of course not when I have a normal job, right? So that's how we know Maji. And then what we do, of course, we have to do a lot traveling to Philippines to do training, to do sharing for the team. So I just want to show you that, of course, we need to do some work. You know, when you want to go globally, you have to be, you have to spend money. But this is your own business, right? Okay, this is Australia, Sydney. Like I told you, we never know who we meet and who we can share this water with. This is Lulu, a very close friend of mine. She always says she's sick on Facebook. So when I told her, please try the water, she said, first thing she told me, no, it's too expensive. I can't afford that. I said, no, you try the water first. So a friend introduced her on my behalf. She tried the water. Her acid reflux that she suffered all these years disappeared. She was just too amazed because it was very instant for her. Like the result was very instant. So that's how we went to Sydney, Australia. And from this team, you know, I have buyers from USA. It's all from their network. Yeah. So from one person, you never know who you can reach out to. And then I like to share this story. I think most of you have seen this lady here with the psoriasis, very bad, right, Susan? Many people have posted her, you know, her pictures when worldwide. This is the good and bad of social media. Actually, Susan is our personal friend, is my husband's colleague. When we knew about Kangen, we told her this. We said, we heard this. We were very new. We were just a few months old. And we told her that, do you want to try this water? Because we heard it's very good for psoriasis. And then in 15, 20 years, if I'm not wrong, with these issues, even on her bodies and all, so and on her body. So she did a lot of 11.5, 2.5. She's very skinny. She's very small, but she drank a lot of water. Of course, she controlled her diet, but she had amazing, amazing result. And in 2 months, you can see her face all clear. Yeah, so that's Susan. And because of Susan, a colleague of my husband, she introduced us to her dad's friend. And then we got to know Luke here, and Luke introduced us to his brother, Philip, which you can see here. Philip is a 6A22 now. And this is amazing for us because if you are, how do I put it? If you think you should give up on someone just after a few months of sharing or you got tired of it, don't give up. For Philip, because he's a wellness coach, it was very, very difficult for us. You guess how long we need to convince Philip that this is the right water. He asked for a research paper. He asked for many, many stuff, many facts, and it was very tough. It took us a year, but we never gave up because we understand that people like Philip and even doctors, they know a lot more than us. They want facts. They don't want snake oil, you know, product. So we never gave up. And I'm so glad we didn't give up. And Philip is from Malaysia. So we used to travel there, you know. And today, Philip is the one who really opened up the India market for us. You can see I was in India here, some of our team members. This is so exciting because I will never think that I will have business in the India market, right? Because of Philip, we are so thankful. We have India market. We have amazing team members here. This is what I meant when I say don't give up when you want to prospect someone. You never know when they're ready, or even if they're very tough, Yeah. Okay, as usual, we have to do trainings. We went to India a few times. We do training. You can see Bernard here, even Judy, our top leaders in Singapore. That's my sister Alice. Yeah, we did trainings and all. We have to do that. And okay, why do I stay in the business? It's been a 10 years journey. Some days, of course, I don't feel. Not every day all of us feel positive or very up, right? If you are, I think you're amazing, you know. But some days it's tough, and then you tell yourself, oh, is this right for you? But when I look at team members like Rajiv and Pranat, you know, getting their awards 6A, it really, really encouraged me a lot, because I know that we have helped someone. Either they changed their life in terms of health or financially. So this keeps me going. Yeah. Okay. Okay, another trip here in Delhi. Okay, one of the keys to success as an independent distributor is to break free from depending on others as quickly as possible. I know if you are new, maybe you are worried because everything seems a bit complicated. But you know how we grow in this business, especially for us. When we first started, we didn't have an office in Singapore. We used homes. We rented some office space, even a cafe. You won't believe if I tell you that I didn't even buy an ORP meter for the first year. So every time when someone get excited and want to buy an ORP meter, I'm sometimes quite worried, because when the reader didn't get the numbers they want, they panic and they don't know how to explain, right? So we didn't have this in the year one. What we do, you know, very old-fashioned style, flip chart. We use flip chart. We use very like a booklet, a laptop. Yeah. So I'm just trying to tell you that you don't need to have everything in place before you can share or do a demo. What we did was we attend a lot of demos. Whether we have prospect or not, we are always there. Every week, every other day, we are always there in a demo. That's how we learn. So you go to as many presentations, a lot of demos, a lot of meetings. And you know what? Even till today in the Zoom session, when I listen to you guys this morning, every testimony that is new is a wow. You agree?
Yes.
You guys agree? Okay, now I understand why people ask to type in the chat room. Okay, if you agree, type a 1, please. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so every time you attend a demo, whether you're alone or with prospects, you learn something, and that's where you pick up confidence. I really believe in that, because someone is drawing on my screen. Yeah, you really pick up confidence just listening to other people telling their experience with Kangen water. Yep. Okay, we don't need to be an expert, like I say, but you have to know the basic at least, right? Don't be someone who joined the business thinking that you just want to make money, and then you just leave it to your upline to do everything, including demo. Of course, your upline can help you 3 months, 6 months, but by the time you listen to 100 demos, I'm sure you pick up something. You should at least know how to explain the 3 properties of Kangen water, right? Even if you can't do a lot of other things. To tell you frankly, there's a lot of things you can learn. You can create your own style. Many people thought that I'm a trained presenter. Actually, I'm not. I'll show you, okay, how I got into speaking on stage and sharing and doing demos. Okay, this is what I meant. When presented with a challenge, just do it. When we first started Kangen, there was not many of us. Who has to do the demo? Of course, one of us, right? Yeah, so every time we rotate, we volunteer in office, whether be it for our own team or for sidelines. We're like a family in Singapore office, because Singapore is much smaller. Yeah, so you can see that these are all the flyers that was done for me, because when we have office demo, we always forward a flyer like that. So when you're asked to do a demo, I think you're ready, then you should step up. Because if you don't step up, you'll always be the one hiding behind. And like Sam, when he told me, can you speak for us? I said, no, Sam, I can't. He said, what do you mean? To him, he was like, why, what's wrong? You know, I've seen you speak, but every time when we do something like that, of course we have the stress. You know, it's not that we are professional, we are not. It's just that each time we have to face a new challenge. Like today, I'm speaking on Zoom here. It's an honor. It's an honor for me. Yeah. Okay. And putting in the work. Okay. some people think that Kangen commission is such a good money for you to earn good money. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay, you have to do the work. Okay, nothing is just sitting at home, find a great builder like Sam, and then you just enjoy yourself. No, I don't think so. Maybe one lucky star, but I don't think so. So we have to put in a lot of work. You can see here, like I say, I travel quite a bit, and we do roadshow, we do home demos, we train the team. We take every opportunity to train the team when it is when time and location is there. Okay, and then you know what? This is very interesting. I know some of you have been in Kangen for a few years, but you have no opportunity to visit Japan or go to conventions and all. For me, I'm happy I had the privilege to travel and meet all these leaders, okay? I tell you a joke. How many of you know Daniel Dimakali? Most of you? Yeah? Okay, it was so funny. We met him in Las Vegas. He was walking in the hotel corridor, and a group of us from Singapore, we screamed like teenager. We were so excited to see him because if you know Daniel Dimakali, he was the first guy that we watched DVD the old-fashioned way for Kangen demo. So, and we love, he's very charismatic. We all want to be like him. We want to be a Dimakali, we always say, because he speaks so well, he do the demo so well, he's so inspirational, you know, he's so charismatic. So when we saw him, we were so excited, yeah? So you can see here that going for events, going for conventions overseas, you really will meet leaders that inspire you, yeah? So Cynthia, of course, Sam and Cora, yeah, Noli here, most of you know Joko, you know, we all become good friends, yeah. Okay, in case you wonder who is this two old lady here, okay? I was in Japan and I met Mr. Oshiro's sister. Actually, she looked exactly like him, very cute, you know. You can see that face exactly, and that is Mrs. Oshiro, right? So, so people like this becomes real to you, you know. It's not like just listening. Who is this person, or you know, if you want to meet the nearest top leader, okay, when we all can fly, you can fly to KL, you can go and attend a EKW and you can meet Mr. Sam Sia. Yeah, that's the nearest to achieve. So these are things that inspires us along the way in this business. Okay, self-development. I know that this is something very individual, but every time we attend a training, every time we encourage the team members to attend a training, we will learn something. We have something like EKW in Singapore that Bernard Chan trained us. And then we have many, I'm just showing a few pictures, you know, we also have our own training session, either on Kangen or motivational, things like that we attend because it's really good for our own personal self-development. Don't just think about the business, yeah? Okay, attending events that I mentioned earlier. Events can be anything. Here you can see that we even have Christmas party. We have like our National Day party in the office here. Okay, I think that was in KL, one of the anniversary, and of course in India. This picture on the bottom, can you see me? I'm the only Chinese, one of the rare Chinese in the last event in India. I tell you, I was so like blown away. I've never seen a crowd like that. I mean, I've been to Vegas. Vegas has about maybe 4,000 or 5,000 participants, but I've not, how to explain? I've not seen the excitement, the enthusiasm of you, the family, the Indians here. They were like so excited. It was very scary. It was like, wow, it was mind blowing. The event that day was very powerful, packed, and it was very funny because I think this is February before the COVID-19 got very much serious. So when I was there, because I'm one of the few rare Chinese, right? So people were like crowding around me, asking where you're from. And then I pull a joke, you know, I just say I'm from China. Of course, they don't believe me, because they're all worried about COVID then, but that was February. Okay, what is the new norm now? When we had this pandemic, right? Some of us may, of course, it's a very serious thing in terms of the economy. What happened to our business? And strangely, for Enagic business, it was like a good thing. I mean, I would say a good thing because in Singapore, we have Judy Fleming and team. We created a committee just before COVID. Actually, we didn't expect it to be so bad, right? So from there we continue, and then we say we have to do something online on the social media platform, and we started a lot of Zoom meetings, and I believe all of you too. And then we realized, hey, we could get a lot of people on Zoom more than the physical office. Even though Singapore is quite small, sometimes it's hard for people to invite prospects to the office for a demo. But on Zoom, we have many more people, coming online because of the convenience. Of course, if you ask me, end of the day, I can't wait to have meetings like you meet the prospect face to face is so much more personal. But Zoom was the new thing. And then I had an idea. I wanted to interview all the great leaders in the family here. So we had beside those Zoom presentation trainings, we had a lot of interviews with these great leaders to learn from them what's their passion, what's their goal. You learn so much from them. So this is what I did during these few months during the in India, you call it lockdown. In Singapore, we call it circuit breaker. But now in Singapore, it's much more easier. We can go out already with just some rules. So why do I stay in this business even though how do I put it? It's been 10 years, right? I realized something sometimes I take for granted. It's the freedom of time. It's really freedom of time. I could travel anytime I want. I could do a lot of things on with my own free time. I didn't have to report to a boss. I think this is the best part about network marketing. And beside your own freedom of time, of course, financially, it is what you put in, your effort, and then your result, right? So I just want to say that if you people are just doing this part-time, it's still a good thing. Of course, at the end of the road, if you can do it full-time, it's amazing. But those of you who do it part-time, you can do this seriously too. I'm sure you don't mind earning extra on top of whatever job you have. But now during this pandemic, I realized a lot of people, not a lot of people, yeah, maybe people or friends that lost their job due to this business environment now. Maybe you can encourage them. You can tell them to try Inaji. Beside good health, I tell them, beside good health, this is a real business opportunity for you. And there's no harm, there's no risk. The risk is paying for a machine, right? It's not like you're going to set up a company, a business that's going to cost you 50,000, 100,000. No, in Singapore, one of our machine costs about 5,000, right? Averaging. So that is not as bad as starting a business with a lot of high risk. Yeah. So this is our company tagline: change your water, change your life. And I really believe in this tagline because it changed my daughter's life. The water saved her life. Yeah. And for us, it changed our life. We were working for someone, and now we are our own boss. We manage our own time. So don't take this tagline lightly. Long ago when we first started, we will laugh at it. What? Change your water, change your life. It's so funny, but now I think it holds a lot of meaning. It's very meaningful to many of us in the business. Okay, one glass at a time. If you want it fast, maybe you drink 1 liter at a time. I don't know. I think I've come to my short sharing, Sam and Michael. Thank you for listening. Can I stop share screen first?
Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing, Janet. Let's give Janet a big round of applause. She did very well. The excitement in your voice.
I hope it inspired some of you.
Yes, I'm sure you'll be a big inspiration to a lot of people, especially ladies who want to get into this business. I like
yes, and Michael, we have to tell.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say we have to tell all the husband here. If you want your wife to do this business, you need her to be independent distributor, real independent. My husband gives me all the support. I must thank him. Yeah. As you can see, I travel a lot on my own, and any technical stuff I'll ask him. For 10 years, I don't even know how to do the e-clean, what clean. I don't do that. But now I'm learning because, yeah. So things like that, you know, you have to learn. Yep.
Yeah, good teamwork, good teamwork. I like what you have to say just now.
Sure.
Reminds me of what Earl Nightingale have to say. You know, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be perfect to do something great, and you're doing something great. Can you imagine at 682, you already got uh, teams all over India, Australia,
Yeah.
Philippines.
I'm
This is something a lot of people would like to emulate. Can you share a little bit more about this? Going local, as you say first, then go global.
mhm. Sorry. May I know your question, Michael?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you like to explain a bit more on what you just said earlier? First
Okay.
go local, then go global.
Okay. When we want to do this as a business, right? Even whether you're a user or you're a distributor, I believe you don't talk to someone far away first. You always talk to your family, your friends, and because they're the closest to you. So, but I have to tell you that not all family and friends will believe you or buy the machine. So don't be discouraged. I have a big family. My siblings, we are a big family. Half of them are not drinking Kangen water. Even if I want to give them free, they're not interested. So, but what can I do, right? I just wait for the right time. Even free, they don't want to believe it. So this is a real thing. We don't have to be depressed about it, you know? Yeah. And why I say we go local first, there's a lot of things you need to learn if you want to be in this business seriously, right? You just have to learn, like I said, the basic, but you need to know certain information. You need to know how to fill out a form even. Yeah. I if you ask me, we did quite a few mistakes. We always help the downline do everything, you know, then they don't know how to do. So for me, I feel that now we have to teach them from basic, how to put in an order. And then when you master all this, then you master all your confidence about the product. Going global is nothing. It's easy. Agree, Michael?
Yeah, really. You got a good point there. By the way,
Yeah.
it looks like you were a consumer first before you even thought of becoming a business builder. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what kind of balance do you have now between getting somebody to become a consumer first, then distributor, or would you choose to do like what Bernard and Sam encourage? No, talk
Okay.
about the business.
Okay. To tell you frankly, I always go from the user side, which now I feel that I can't do that anymore. I learned a lot from Bernard and Sam. We have to do the business side, you know, if we want to build the organization. Going on the user side is kind of a slow. We have a lot of users, to tell you frankly, but they're all users. It's very hard to convert them sometimes. It's very hard after that. So now I will remind myself I need to add in the business. You understand? When we
Yeah,
share with
so you're
someone,
going.
I will say, this is a business.
So you're
Yeah.
going heavy on the business approach now.
Yeah, maybe not, yeah, more conscious about that because we have, you know, now we learn it. We learn along the way.
How's your success ratio going along this line?
Okay, of course, I would love to find everyone. I would love to have everyone as a builder, right? But it takes time. I mean, not trying to say that I'm very patient, just wait and wait. But I realized that in network marketing, everything takes time to build relationship, trust among the team members. And I'm just so happy with particularly our India team, you know. During this lockdown, it has been very tough for them. I understand too. But we have a few distributor there. They have been selling machine, and I'm so amazed. You know, I'm like, wow, how do you do that? And being in lockdown, people will give you financial reason, excuses not to buy, you know. But this distributor, he just go on, and I saw the passion. So yeah, these are the people I hope to have in our team.
Wonderful, wonderful. Your business is growing from what I saw in your presentation, especially the slides. Your group is growing. You even have 682-2s under
Yeah.
you. That's
Yes.
amazing. I
Yes.
think this will be a very big encouragement to many of the new people. See, a lot of them think that they should be the best, but from your achievement, it looks like it's better to look for greater leaders, people who are able to perform greater than you, bigger and greater than you,
Yes.
for you to be able to succeed.
Yes.
By the way, since your geographical spread is so wide, how do you do training?
Okay. If it's like Malaysia, Philippines, and nearby, we used to fly there, right? And now with Zoom, it's so much easier. Everything is on Zoom. And to tell you frankly, we were beginning to go to India a lot more often just before this COVID-19. And we were so excited. And I miss India so much. We were supposed to fly there in May again, and we can't go, you know. Now that we have Zoom, I think this is a very useful platform. No choice, but very, very useful because we could reach so many more people. Even when we go to India, I'm so amazed that distributor can take 3 to 5 hours car ride just to come and attend our training. It's a lot of effort. I respect, I salute them. The effort taken is a lot. But now with Zoom, I think they don't have to do that anymore. So they can attend platform like this, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's wonderful. First, you start off your Singapore. Now, India is influencing you, giving you all the inspiration to
Yes,
grow.
yes, yes.
Someone asked in the chat, do you still share water if you cannot share with your family, as you say, your family members may not like it? Whom else do you share it with?
Of course, we have friends who recommend us or our own friends. I still share water, of course. But now I know I don't give water like 6 months, 3 months. You know, it's terrible. We used to do that because I realized something. When we are very confident about the water, we are very confident about the product. We don't need 3 months. Sometimes you don't even need 3 weeks. Tell you frankly, if someone tell you that the water it's just nothing, I really doubt that. Because the water is so different, so powerful, so good. You can feel the difference by just drinking a few days. And you will definitely have people. Just now, I think earlier, Dr. Vivek shared something like he asked someone, how do you find the water? And the person said, nothing much. But without realizing, that person who used the water for 6 months, 1 year, the family hasn't been to the doctor. That they didn't understand, they didn't realize. But if you make them realize, then they say, yeah, because they have drank the water, their immune system is much better, they don't fall sick so easily, or if they fall sick, they recover very fast. And we took all this for granted. Do you agree, Michael?
Yeah.
So
At
sharing
least
water now,
qualify. When you give water, don't give too freely. Give it with a condition. That's what I do. I give it with a condition. I will give you water maximum 2 weeks, but you've got to let me know the feedback. This part a lot of people miss
yeah,
because they're so worried people don't want to drink the water. They just give the water freely. Then when you give it freely, of course they want to take it for a long, long, long time. And
yes,
every time you ask anything's happening, nothing. That's the best, isn't it? So I like what you say. Qualify them before you even give. Qualify with a condition.
yes, true.
Yeah, that's good. That's great.
Yeah.
Uh, Sam, you got any questions you would like to ask?
Yes. Hi. Thank you, Janet. That
Welcome.
was an awesome share, and I think we must have you back again. You're so well liked by the participants here, right? Let's all
This is
give
very
her
good.
give
Yeah, big
Janet.
round of applause to
Thank
give
you.
Yes.
her
Thank
greater
you. I
encouragement.
hope I can just inspire you with this little short sharing. I don't
Right.
know.
So was it who got into the business first, you or James?
Okay. Actually, me. And then,
Aha.
after some time, and James keep flying to do training and all, and then he wants a change in his career. And then he also told me, I keep taking leave from work, my boss is gonna sack me, you know. Yeah. So of course we weigh the pros and cons and all, but then we realize, wow, this energy complaint is amazing, right? We could do this. It's just how big we want it, how much we want it, and like how much you want to earn, what is sufficient for you. But easily we could earn more than what we were working, right?
Right. Okay. So you are really a homemaker.
Why you see me what? I can cook, you know. I can cook. I can do housework. Yes, yes.
So, okay, well, were you a full-time homemaker?
Yes, I was. I was very lucky actually. I got a job that I could work from home. And then when my daughter fell sick, I was still having that job.
I
Okay,
see.
I was working in a relocation company that deals with the USA timing. Okay, meaning meaning when you guys are sleeping, I have to work online with the supplier. And that one was really quite bad for my health because I have to adjust, right? I have to work in the night when it's like a night shift, you know, so-called night shift. So that daytime I'm still home and blah blah blah. It was a well-paid job for being home. But then when this opportunity came, I said no, I can't do this forever. It's very bad for my health, working night shift. So I quit that job. Yeah, and since then I've been doing energy.
Okay. Now I would like to ask you some questions so that which would be very helpful tips for the distributors who are on the call here now.
Sure.
By the way, how long have you been doing this business?
Okay, we started as a user. We bought the machine in 2011. So it's almost like 9 years, 10 years, 9.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And how long did you take to get to 6A?
Okay, when we first started, it was just part-time, you know, like play, you know, never take it seriously. And then we became 6A, I think 1.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah. And I want to say something, Sam. All
Sure.
days, it was really, really fun. I tell you why. When we got to know Energic machine, we don't know there's a JR. We don't know anything. We only know SD501, right? I don't know about you. But in Singapore, we were just recommended SD501. And all of us just buy SD501.
Same here.
We didn't have to explain and things like that. So it was amazing, so easy. Life was very easy. We didn't have to compare JR and blah, blah, blah. So all of us bought SD501. And the other fun thing was we're all new. So being new, we all didn't like stack down the account, right? So going 6A with 10 units in the 8 points was very normal, very natural. It wasn't a stress. That's why when I went 6A, I can't remember the exact, but it was easily more than 10.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays I realize, you know, some of us have this struggle. But so now you have to learn the comp plan. You have to make sure you do the right thing because you want to earn the extra US 3,000 when you become 6A. You agree?
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I ask you another couple of questions?
Hey, sure. Last one for you. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so now if you were to get a chance to go back to day one, if you were to be able to turn back the clock, how would you do the energy business differently?
Okay. Firstly, I want to go KL, walk in the lift and meet a guy called Sensia.
Okay.
Okay. If you ask me honestly, I'm not kidding. That's not the right word. All of us here who are new, we really should study the comp plan well, plan our structure, plan our organization, so we know. Because in the old days, all our uplines, everyone is new. Everyone. I tell you who is the one who do demo for us. It was Bernard, Judy. We all gather in Andrew's place. We buy curry puff. Every Sunday we buy curry puff. We sit down, we invite friends. And then when you ask question, Bernard will say he don't know anything. But you can't blame him. He's new as us, you know. Everyone really was really new. So even in terms of compensation plan. So if you ask me if I can turn back the clock, I wish we knew a lot more the compensation plan and plan it well, structure it well, so that you can enjoy better compensation.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Michael, do you have any questions for Janet?
Janet, how successful were your house parties in the early stage?
House parties.
Yes,
Home
Ah,
party.
yeah, home parties.
it was good, you know. It was very personal. Of course, you cannot have a lot of people, right, in a house, but I feel that it was really good. But now we go large scale. Now we in Singapore is very small, right? For some of you who have been here, our office, we have been doing consistent demo in the office. But of course, some of us here definitely have their own home demos. I would say home demos is still a very powerful tool to use. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Judy.
Send
Sam, you
to
need some time for your
Yes.
introduction.
Right.
So
Okay.
let's give our speaker today a big round of applause for her valuable sharing.
and
Thank you
And
so much, Janet.
yeah,
um,
so Janet, if you can convince Judy Fleming, try to ask her to help to come in and share one of these days.
Judy,
think we-
of course she can share.
Judy already agreed. Come on.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
of course.
So once again, let's give a big round of applause to our speaker for today, Janet, for her wonderful sharing from the heart, very effective, full of gems. Thank you. And we will now pass the session to our team leader, Sam, who's got a lot to announce. Thank you, Sam. Go ahead.
Thank you, Janet, and thank you, Michael. All right, now I'm going to